today we have a really big gap before opening, but overnight inventory isn't that short as we already bounced around 50 points from the lows, and we are back again within recent 14-day balance. So today I will be focusing on the gap, and if we are having an early attempt to fill it, for example failing around 3660 or at this key inflection point and low volume node 3670. Above that there is gap fill and next high volume node at 86 or so. But I'm not sure if the gap will be filled today. I've seen some strong moves in other assets like gold, so this might be some margin calls, and if so, I think you can see some further weakness or digestion of the move we've seen in the overnight. We already traveled from +2 sigma up to well, down to -2 sigma from Bollinger Bands, and now the 20-day moving average is around 60 area. So here, this will be also important for me as well, as it can gauge the following days, gauge bullishness of the following days. If we close below, then there is more chance of further weakness, and if we close above, then we can see this move as a shakeout of weakest longs and further potential to the upside. Most important reference for today will be market's ability to stay within 14-day balance, which is roughly 36.25, and if we test this area and get rejected, then it is also quite positive. So I have those references marked on my charts. Maybe I should really grade them by their importance. So this one is the most important one, and filling the gap or even higher, this one should be the next most important one. And so as for scenarios, I feel that after this initial bounce we might see either some long liquidation because we open way lower than we closed on Friday, or we can see some balancing from the shorts that traded all night and are happy with their gains. Maybe some people traded short from Friday. I don't think so. So early chop, I think that this area will be quite telling, because here is our last pullback low, which is near this swing low. So if we can make an early attempt higher above this pullback high, we can see if we form an early excess here, this will be an opportunity to short back to the middle, to volume point of control, and maybe targeting this area as well. And second opportunity will be around this area, but this is not that clear, as it's not much to lean against there, so I will be very cautious to look for excess here, because the distance to fill the gap will be very close, so there is bigger potential that we fill it. I'm not sure if I should hound for excess on every step from this move to the upside, because we have this small bulge of volume here, so maybe this can also be supportive to as a resistance for a rotational trade lower. But I'm going to focus only on this area, and maybe here if I find a good opportunity with a really nice success forming. But if we start building acceptance here, I won't be that inclined to short. Maybe if we build it, because if we trend, I don't want to fade the trend. If we build some weaker structure at the lows and then move to the upside, then I will be more eager to short targeting, for example, point of control. And if we move right away to the downside, I will be looking for exhaustive move from this balance. Maybe here I will draw this. If we start moving right away down, I will be looking for an excess here or here, and if not, we will be challenging overnight lows and we can have a trend day down. However, we already made a really big move in the overnight, so further weakness is a little bit limited. But saying that, we already exceeded the weekly ranges from Friday's option market predictions for implied volatility, so it's really a bit tricky. So I think I will be more focusing on what is rather than what could happen, and more focus on developing daily structure. So we can either make an excess and come back to the middle, then I think that we can form a smaller balancing range within this bulk of volume from the overnight, not reaching overnight low and not filling the gap. If we fill the gap, well, the move to the upside can be quite strong, but I don't want to predict those scenarios. If I see a trend day developing, then I will most likely miss it, or if I am able to jump on board, I will be trailing my position. And it is also to the downside. If it's to the upside and or to the downside, it will be most likely missed opportunity by me.